what's up and welcome to today's video. I am sure as you can tell the background looks different again. Yes, I made more room changes. I have a video coming really soon about a full redone bedroom. This past month has just been insane because they were redoing my bathroom, and so I wasn't even in my room most of the time because there was so much dust and noise and stuff in here that I couldn't get anything done in here. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait till everything's done and then make a whole room redo video. So that is coming really soon, I promise. I don't even know if anyone wants to see that, but yeah, it's just been a long time coming. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the ways that I've found to sell clothes online. I've mentioned this before, I think in a couple videos ago, where I was saying I was just going through my closet and just finding so many things that I just did not use anymore, just items that I saw were just sitting in my closet unused, or I never wore, or they just didn't look good, or for whatever reason they're out of style, just not me anymore. And so I was like, I want to sell all my stuff. There's just no reason for it to take up space. So I was going through and trying to figure out some of the best apps. I know usually when you Google, it's the first three, which I'm going to talk about, come up. But I have noticed differences in the selling mechanisms and the platforms and what's beneficial for a seller versus buyer. So I'm going to be sharing some of those with you guys that I've experienced and what I have found to, one, sell my stuff the fastest, get the most money out of what I'm selling, etc. So let's get into this. Okay, I fixed my tripod. I think this is much better for viewing. The first one I'm going to talk about is Poshmark. I'm sure as soon as you guys look at selling clothes online, the first thing that comes up is Poshmark. It's an app, you download it on your phone. It's totally free to make an account, download, all that fun stuff. What I really like about Poshmark is you just list the clothes and that's it on there. So here are just some pros and cons that I have found with the app. This has nothing to do with the app. This is just as, I guess, someone who's selling a ton of my clothes, things that I found to be a bit tedious, but things that also work really well. So what's cool about it is you can set the price to whatever it is that you want. So I know even for some of the items that I've had that maybe I bought on clearance but are brand new and are just in really good shape, I've actually been able to make some more money off of it than what I bought it for. And that's because there's no price regulation. You can set the price to whatever you want, and if you get a buyer, then you get a buyer, which I think is really cool. So you can mark up or mark down the products as much as possible. And then the way Poshmark makes money is they take a small percentage out of what you sell. I have to double check what the percentage is, but you'll see it automatically calculated when you're doing, when you're setting up your listing, and then you put say I want to sell something for $10, it'll be okay, it's gonna sell for $10, here's what you get as your earnings. It's not bad, but you want to make sure that obviously your price accounts for that. But what's nice is it already tells you what your earnings will be based on your set price, so you don't even have to do the math. It'll just tell you exactly what you're gonna get when you make the sale. The other really big perk that I love is that the buyer pays for shipping. You can just get flat rate boxes from USPS. They'll just send them to your house for free, which is what me and my sister did. And so anytime we get an order in, I don't have to run to the post office. I literally just open up one of those boxes, put all my products in there, print out the shipping label, and I literally go stick it in my mailbox because it fits in my mailbox, and then it goes. I don't have to run to the post office every single time, which as I'm selling a ton of items, that became just a huge pain in the ass to have to keep going to the post office every single time I sold an item. It's probably the most seamless process, I would say, between buyer and seller. Downfall, I would say though, is it has this whole follower aspect to it. And so I found that I really just need to gain a lot of followers on Poshmark to get more people interested in my closet. Now, it's not gaining followers like you would think on a social media platform like Instagram or something like that. It's really not hard to get followers. You can just follow a bunch of people, they'll all follow you back. I have way more followers on my Poshmark and I don't even check it that often than I do on Instagram. That's kind of one thing, is you need to make sure that there's enough people kind of looking at your closet. And the other thing is that there are these posh parties, so they might do women's going out clothes, or a makeup party or a shoe party and stuff, and the admins will usually invite you to those, or other followers might invite you to those parties, and you can share your items within those parties. So I would just say the con is if you're looking for the most hands-free, low hassle, I would say I just needed to put in a lot more work to sell my items. Now, granted, I want to also start by saying I don't have anything fancy I'm selling on Poshmark. I'm not selling any upscale things. These are all literally, I kid you not, like Forever 21, Old Navy, like they're just like your standard like mall brands. So I'm not selling anything fancy at all. So I'm sure if you're selling something that has a lot more worth to it, it's probably going to go faster just because of like the name brand. But the nature of what I'm selling is obviously not that exciting. So I'm not surprised it's taking a long time. So I just want to put that out there. I feel like that's going to be the case across all of the apps. So that is the only downfall, is you kind of have to go on the app pretty regularly to share your items with any of the new followers that you have, or to join these like posh parties and share your items within that. It takes about the same amount of time than if you were like surfing on Instagram, but it's just like one extra step that you would have to do if you're really motivated to sell your clothes. So the next one I want to talk about is ThredUp, which I'm sure is the next biggest one that everyone sees come up. With ThredUp, what's really cool about it is you can just go online, you create your account, and then you can order a closet clean out kit, and they mail you a huge bag. I mean, it's not huge, it's like all wrapped up, but when you open it up, I'll put a picture here because I didn't film it when I got it and I sent it out. It's a huge bag, so you can stuff so many clothes in there, which is amazing, and it already has a prepaid shipping label on it from ThredUp. So literally all you do is you open up that bag, stuff all the clothes you want to get rid of in there, and then seal it and then drop it off at the post office, and they will take care of everything. This is the most seamless site, I would say, for selling your clothes. So if you're looking for something easy, hands-free, I would hands down say ThredUp is the best, because once you send it off, it's out of your hands. From there, it goes straight to ThredUp, and then they will price the items, they will sell the items, and they will basically take care of everything for you. Now, obviously the downfall in this is you can't set your price. So for me, what I did with ThredUp stuff is I just put all the things that I had on Poshmark that really wasn't selling over like the past 6 months, or articles of clothing that I was just like, this is like a boring t-shirt, or like just things that I did not think would sell on Poshmark. They just weren't fashionable or anything like that. And I put those over to ThredUp because I was like, maybe I'll get some money for it, maybe I won't. They will price your items, so they might sell your Forever 21 dress for like $5 when I probably could have sold it on Poshmark for like $15. And the commission that you get at the end is like peanuts, because they will sell it for way cheaper than what you bought it for. So let's say I give them a dress for like $15, they might end up selling it for like $8, and then my commission after ThredUp takes all their sales and all that stuff out of it will be like $1. There's a whole chart on there, I'll try to screenshot it and put it here, but I would not put a lot of things into ThredUp anticipating to make a lot of money, because even if you had some nicer pieces in there, just with the commissions taken out of it and them doing their auto pricing, I can't imagine you getting a lot. So if you have like, I don't know, a Gucci bag or something, I personally would sell it through Poshmark over ThredUp, because like you can't pick the pricing on there and you get way less out of the commission. Granted, like I said, ThredUp is doing all of the grunt work. They are taking all the pictures, they are doing the posting, they are housing it in their warehouses, they're selling it to customers, they have their whole base. So you don't do anything. So when you kind of account for all of that, that's not bad at all. If you're looking to, you know, make a little bit more money than you wanted and you want to have that flexibility of setting prices, ThredUp is probably not for you. Now, I just checked my ThredUp account to see if any of my clothes have made any money yet, and it's at $0. So that's really exciting. Now, they did say that they're a little slow and a little backed up right now with making sales because of everything going on with Corona. I think it will expire in like August. So they have like a 30 to 60 day window to sell your clothes. What's also really great about ThredUp is anything that doesn't sell, they will actually either recycle it or they will donate it to a like charitable foundation, which I think is great. So it's super eco-friendly. And it's just, you know, taking out that carbon footprint, which I think is huge. There is an option that they can ship it back to you if you want the clothes back. I think you have to pay for the shipping to get it returned, but like honestly, if you were gonna sell it in the first place, why would you have it returned to you unless you want to sell it like another way? I don't know. And the final app I want to explain to you guys is called Markari. It's literally called the selling app, and you can sell all kinds of stuff on there. What's cool about it is it has like a parsing system, so you can just take a picture. Let's say I'm selling a t-shirt, you can just take a picture of it and it'll auto-fill all of the information, which I think is insane, but it also saves so much time, because with Poshmark you would have to type in every single detail, which it's like fine, but when you have like a lot of pieces that you're selling, it's just a really long painful process. So what's cool about theirs is they have a parsing system. It'll like auto tag the things that it's in. All you have to do is literally put in like the size and like the quality that it's in, but it's pretty good about detecting that. I mean, if it doesn't detect it, you'll just have to hand type it in, but for the couple pieces it doesn't hand detect, it's not a problem because it parses it pretty well in my opinion. And then the other thing that's really cool is the pricing strategy on it will tell you like this item, it gives you kind of a scale and will say, okay, like if you price it here, it'll sell like really fast. If you price it here, this is like a good range. If you price it here, it might take a really long time to sell. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It says it's just right, or it's really high. It'll take a really long time to sell. And then down here, it'll be speedy sale. It'll sell really quick. It's great that it does that. And what's also really nice is it'll list also items down below that are really similar to the item that you posted to see what those were selling for. So if you genuinely are like, I think I'll only get $3 on here for this shirt, and then you look and see that people were selling it for 10, you can probably increase the amount, sell it for 10 instead of 3, and then you make more money. So I think that that's really cool. And then the other thing is you can choose to do free shipping, meaning you eat the cost of shipping, or the buyer can spend the money on shipping. That is totally up to your discretion. Although I will say the thing I don't like about this is that there's no like partnered shipping option. The standard shipping amount, you have to go in and like manually type in how much it weighs, the like size of it, and then you have to select, like you do calculate shipping and it'll come up with all of the options. And what I just find really annoying is like UPS is like the best deal, but the UPS is not that close by to my house, whereas USPS is much closer. So the thing I don't like about that is having to constantly battle between different shipping options, because like I said when I mentioned Poshmark before, I already have the standard size USPS boxes, so I don't have to worry about paying for packaging or anything like that, whereas with all these other shipping options, I'm gonna have to like pay for shipping and then go to that specific post office, pack it up, and then take it out. And so keep in mind, those are additional deductions out of the price that you sell it for. So on Markari, it'll list saying, you know, it's $10, and then it'll take out like the Markari amount, which is not that much. I want to say it's like 10% or something like that. But like you would have to price a t-shirt that's probably not worth that much way higher than normal, if that makes any sense. And I feel like also to a buyer, like why would you spend more money on shipping like a basic t-shirt when you can just like buy something fancier if you're gonna like spend the money on shipping? I don't know, like that's the only thing. So I haven't really been selling too much on Markari just because I don't want to have to keep going to different post offices. I don't want to have to keep getting different things, like different boxes to ship things in. It just seems like way too much of a process to keep dealing with for shipping. So those are the 3 I've used so far. I know that there's like a ton of others. I didn't want to like go crazy and download every single app under the sun and have to like repost things over and over again. Like I just did not want to do that. So these are the 3 that I have tried out. Personally, I think Poshmark is the best. I just think it's an easy way to put things on there, but I would also tie it with ThreadUp just for how seamless and easy the process is. So like I said, it really depends on you and what is in your closet. I hope this helps you guys. I'm sure everyone, while we're in quarantine, I feel like everyone is just, even though quarantine is like lifting and everything, I just feel like everyone's been so at home and just going through all their stuff. I know I have been doing that, and so I've just been in this huge like declutter everything kind of phase, and so I just went through my closet and was just taking out so many things. My sister's been doing the same thing, so I thought I would share with you guys the apps that I think are the most useful, the quickest, and to get the most bang for your buck. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.